How's everybody doing this evening? Just wanted to do a quick stream and touch base with everybody and say thank you. How's everybody doing this evening? 10,000 subs. Thank you, Grizzly, for showing up. Everybody else, thank you. Artemis the Kitten, thank you. Imbudo, good to see you. Anonymous White Guy, obviously you're new. Welcome. Just wanted Ikwan, good looking out. Thank you for being a patron. I appreciate your patronage. For those people that got here a little bit early and were listening to some of the music, that music is by an artist named Bazanji. Bazanji is a rapper, and he has given me permission to use any music from his catalog for my live streams and my YouTube channel. So check him out. He's an independent rapper. He's not MGTOW, but he is very much a supporter. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody was, they were aware. Check him out. He's allowing me to use his music however I want to use it for my channel. The agreement just went through today, so it's something that I've been working on, and it just so happened it got here in time for International MGTOW Day. Happy International MGTOW Day, everybody. Also, again, in case you didn't get it the first time, I just hit 10,000 subscribers today after the TFM 420 show, which I co-host with Turd Flinging Monkey. So I'm pretty excited. It's been a pretty fantastic day. As you guys know, if you've been here before, you know that I play a lot of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now today I am kind of hanging out with Helsing. Helsing has been extremely helpful. So for the $20 patrons, you have access to my patron Discord channel, DDJ's Inferno. And Helsing is an admin on that channel, along with Lone Wolf and APOC. So shout out to them. And in addition to that, Helsing is a mod on my Twitch channel, and he's been extremely helpful, and he is my designated driver for ground vehicles and air vehicles in Ghost Recon Wildlands, because the man is a surgeon with a vehicle. So just kind of a shout out to Helsing. Helsing, thank you for showing up today. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Glad to be here.
So yeah, so Helsing's going to go ahead and field the Q&A. I'm actually going to be doing the Bukkake choke slams. If you're new around here, you'll see Bukkake choke slams on the lower right-hand side of your screen floating up. I'll kind of give a brief explanation of what that looks like. Basically what you do is you click on those Bukkake choke slams, or when you get them, you get this little box. If you highlight the box on the lower right-hand side of the screen with your mouse, you can click on it and redeem a Bukkake choke slam to ask a question. That question gets logged, and then I can look at it later and field that question and respond to it in the stream. So again, if you're on Twitch TV or you're on a computer desktop, you can do that. Now, if you are on a mobile device, then you're going to have to do caps and brackets and put question, and then write your question out. Please, no multi-part questions. Helsing doesn't normally do the Q&A for me, so he's not used to sometimes the speed of some of the questions. So I just want to make sure that you guys were aware of that. So Helsing will be grabbing the questions, and then the questions from the chat, he'll be asking them for me. Also, shout out to Oslo MGTOW. Oslo has been fantastic in this whole endeavor. He is, being able to do the table of contents and really, help everybody out with that, I think has been fantastic. So shout out to Oslo. And because of the 10,000 subscribers, and because a lot of the spurgs have calmed down in my channel, I've lowered the time for posting from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. So I'm going to probably ease all that moderation back a little bit from Moobot. I did turn down Moobot a lot, since it doesn't look like a lot of the spurgs are here anymore. So just touch and go. King Alistair, I'll touch on that question in just a second. You can repost it in a minute. No disrespect to you. I'm monologuing here, so now you know. I also want to make sure that too, right here in the beginning of the stream, none of this would have been possible had it not been for the support of Turd Flinging Monkey, Feeding the Cat, and the Monkey Business Discord crew. That's where all this started. Obviously I was in the process of writing a book anyway, but I just decided that after a lot, I had hundreds of people reach out to me and say, hey, you should do this. You should create a channel. And so after much prompting, I did. My first video, I didn't know the first thing about it. My first video came out on the 28th of October. Obviously, there were some sound quality issues, but it was very well received. And I've been making videos since 3.5 months in. Now I'm at 10,000 subscribers. I'm actually in excess of 10,000 subscribers. I've got over 50 patrons. I've got a lot of love in the community. So no homo. Except for Broccoli. Broccoli's homo, but I'm not into you, Broccoli. Sorry. And of course, Karoy. If you're around, Traps and Foodies are gay. Super gay. So just kind of a FYI there. Helsing, I don't know if you see this or not, but they're pulling questions now if you want to grab some of those and start queuing them up.
Already ahead of you, man. Good
looking out. So yeah, so I mean that's kind of the big thing here. So I figured I would also, one of the themes that I like to do is the whole MGTOW ghosting thing. I play Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's a lot of fun. It's good and tactical. You can really get a chance to kind of stealth around and do your thing. Sniper Elite 4 I've recently discovered. I haven't completed the game yet, so some of this you might see some learning in progress. But it's a fun game, and again, it goes with that whole stealth thing. You can play it co-op with 4 players and do co-op waves. You can also do the story mode with a single player helping you out who can drop in and out at any time. I'm going to kind of do this one solo just to kind of show you guys the game. It's really a lot of fun, and there's some real fun cinematics here too. And it's kind of a nice story as far as the way the story goes. It goes it's like an old school World War II story. I'm not normally into World War II stuff because it's been overdone, but this stuff is pretty fantastic. So the Real Donald says in the chat, he says, Boogie2988 unofficially went MGTOW. Now that his divorce is final, he said he never wants to marry or cohabitate again, which makes him literally the biggest MGTOW with a channel out there. Yeah, and you know what? All these people who get divorce raped, it's the same thing. And I've seen a picture of his wife with her quote-unquote friend who she was banging. She had that 1,000-cock stare and that post-coital look when she was cuddled with that other guy. So, at least Boogie figured it out and go from there. So, but yeah, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started with the game here. But before we get started, Helsing, do you have any questions for me?
I currently have 2 at the moment.
All right, go for it.
One is from Night Ellistor. His question is, what are your thoughts on arranged marriages?
I think all marriage should be avoided. Never commit, never cohabitate, never marry. We don't live in a society right now that is supportive of any kind of marriage. Because of the domestic violence laws, because of the divorce rape laws, and because feminism has infiltrated pretty much every first world country and many of the second world countries. So yeah. Next question.
Okay, the next question is from Embudo. His question is, at this rate, you already dropped a book. Breaking speed with YouTube subs and now getting the attention from musicians. How long until you drop that first album?
I'm not rapping. That's not my skill. So, yeah, I know that there's another MGTOW channel. Apparently, I don't know, he's got like 20 subscribers or some shit, and he looks like he's either drunk or he's got ADHD. I'm not going to mention his name because he knows who he is. Apparently he was singing in one of his recent videos, and I guess that calling it dog shit is an insult to dog shit. So I'm going to take a page out of his book and not make the same mistake he did. Nobody wants to listen to me rap, so now you know.
There you go.
All right. Any other questions?
Nope, that's it. We're good. We're ready. We're set.
All right. I've go ahead and started the game. I'm kind of look at some of this stuff here and see what I'm doing here. We'll do this extra ammo thing. We'll check this out and see what's going on. All right. I'm going to actually start a new game so you guys can kind of get the feel from it all the way through. And we'll do it on normal because I actually have to pay attention to people sometimes. Go ahead and ask the questions as they come through, Helsing.
Will do.
Oh, Balance Hydra, that was you? The Bukkake Chokeslam song? That was pretty funny.
A world at war. world in turmoil. We'd close the trap on Hitler's North Africa campaign. But what next? Churchill urged an Allied invasion of Italy. Called the Mediterranean the soft underbelly of the crocodile. The Americans took some convincing, but Winston won them over. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Allied Commander-in-Chief.
Hopefully you can hear this okay.
Masterminding the entire Mediterranean strategy. As for me, I'm headed for San Celini.
Sound seems to be coming in our way.
To Italy's southwest.
Yeah.
We've been losing ships in the area. British intelligence thinks the Luftwaffe's presence on San Celini might explain why. The Royal Navy dispatched a captured Italian freighter, the Orchidia, to investigate. She was equipped with the very latest radio interception equipment. The intelligence she gathered confirmed our worst fears. The Nazis have a new wonder weapon. Survivors from the destroyed ships have talked about a new kind of missile. Radio controlled from the plane that launched them. These rockets can track our ships with lethal accuracy. The Orchidia's job was to monitor Luftwaffe radio transmissions and find out what the Germans are up to.
Nisho 5, I'll answer that as soon as this thing is done.
Making the ultimate sacrifice. Now we need to know what the Nazis are planning, and how we can stop them. A member of the Luftwaffe's top brass is on the island. General Tobias Schmidt. It's no secret Hitler thinks highly of him. Schmidt would never let himself be taken alive. And he'd never betray his beloved Führer. But he might just be carrying some information we can use. My mission? Kill Schmidt. Kill all high-ranking officers. And get the hell out.
Thank you, Broccoli, for fielding that for me. So yeah, Nish, I already did a stream with Barbara. It's actually in my stream section.
Die in vain. Need to find out all I can about the new rocket. Have to find Schmidt.
All right, go ahead and field any questions we've got.
Okay, we've got one from Incapaisa, I believe.
Incapacia? Yeah.
Need to take out the officers.
What advice can you give
You got all robotic on me, Dragon.
Sorry.
Helsing. Yeah, you went all robotic. That was kind of fun. Yeah, drop Discord and come back and see if that helps your thing. I'll wait for you.
Will do. Test.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. All right. Okay. So,
and that's the reason, guys. And that's the reason, guys, I like this game. All right, go ahead.
Okay. What advice can you give a man who wants kids? I live in a state where no common law exists, and thinking of having a kid is not. I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
This will come in very useful.
Thinking of having a kid, just not marrying. I have a friend who does this in New York, who lives with a girl and a kid. How risky or feasible is this?
It's super risky. I mean, there's a definite problem with that. Honestly, I think any state because it's the United States, so you're going to have divorce laws, and you're going to have domestic violence laws. And the problem with the domestic violence laws is that you end up basically you have your kid taken from you no matter what.
Looks like that's all the questions we have for now.
Sounds good. go ahead and grab any others as they come in. And then every so often I'll stop and I'll grab the Bukkake Chokeslam questions. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to make sure I pay attention to chat too.
The only way is up. Nothing else.
All right. Looks like we had another question in there. You want to field that there, Helsing?
Yeah, from anonymous white guy. DDJ, what are your thoughts on networking MGTOW channels? Currently, I'd like to see E-Man67 join the crew. I'm not familiar with who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either. I can tell you this right now. I have collaborated with Human. Obviously, I co-host 2 TFM shows. I've done a show with Sunrise Hoodie. We actually have some more we're looking at. This weekend, I'm with a MGTOW vegetarian, oddly enough, Jack Green, who's got a small MGTOW channel. He's going to be on the show this Sunday. And then in addition to that, God, I'm trying to think of who else here. Somebody else. Oh, Grizzly. I've done stuff with Grizzly as well. And so Grizzly MGTOW. And if you guys haven't seen his content, you probably should. Grizzly's MGTOW is amazing. So yeah. Oh, and my channel, for those that don't know, my channel is Misandry Today. It's on YouTube. It's also backed up on Bitchute.com. And MGTOW.com independently hosts all my videos as well. And then I'm currently suspended from Twitter right now. I don't know how long that suspension is going to last. But I'm also on Gab.ai. I'm also on Minds at Carnivore, at Minds. And if you go to my announcement video, those links are in the description of the announcement video for the thank you for the 10,000 subscribers. So just kind of an FYI. So there is some options there to follow me on social media. And if you need to get a hold of me via email, like say if you want to be on my live show, which is on Sunday, definitely shoot me an email. If you've got some stuff to talk about, definitely let's do that. You know, I'm okay with that. I do get my show sometimes gets scheduled out a couple weeks in advance, so sometimes it can kind of get hard to get on. And then under certain circumstances, I will stream outside that show time with people, depending on the circumstances and if my schedule will allow.
Okay, so we have another question from Incapacia.
Okay.
How or why did you get banned on Twitter? Was it feminist or Cantu Cuck Squad, or do you not know?
Honestly, it could have been a few. I mean, I've been pissing off a lot of retards lately. So, I mean, there could have been part of the re-squad from the alt-right. Right before I got suspended, there were a bunch of alt-right people that were really doing the retrain on Twitter, and they were really, really upset. They were trying to call MGTOW a bunch of TFLers and basically saying that, you know, all these MGTOW are just these neck-bearded virgins covered in Cheeto dust practically. And I ended up getting into a conversation with a few of them, and they basically lost their shit. So once they lost their shit, they started like sharing my post, because I made a post about how women don't want cucks, which is why a lot of women have been coming to MGTOW lately, because they understand that, you know, basically the cucks on the SJW left are the same as the SJW right. And it's one of those things, too, that I also said, you know, like TFM says, is that MGTOW have no friends. So it's been one of these things where they just got really super triggered. A couple guys tried to white knight. One guy, like, he got upset about it. He was like, well, you're saying that, you know, all women are whores. And I said, no, I didn't say all women are whores. I said, oh, at least whores fuck for money. So they didn't like that shit at all.
I'd be every time I post on Twitter, I'm like, hashtag free Misandry Today, free DDJ.
Yeah. Yeah. Obi, and just so you know, I saw your question, so I'm going to answer it. Yeah, hypergamy exists for women like Melinda Gates. Why do you think the bitch is with a billionaire? I mean, hello, that's part of hypergamy. It's not just genetic breeding, it's financial, you know, assets as well. So, you know, be aware of that. You know? And just because she's married to a guy like Bill Gates doesn't mean she's loyal. So, you know, you need to be aware of that as well. Take my time here. Hopefully another plane will come by soon as I hold my breath, waiting, waiting, waiting. Fuck this guy. Isn't that beautiful?
Just fucking brutal.
Isn't that just beautiful?
I've always been a fan of the Sniper Elite series ever since the V2 when I used to play it on Xbox 360. And man, this game just keeps getting better and better. More and more brutal ways to kill a person with a rifle round.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Oh yeah, guys like Bill Gates don't get divorced. They always get hit, man. You know, they take her on a hike and then, you know, she accidentally falls down.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
Right, exactly.
Then again, Bill Gates has that fuck you money, so...
He does.
He can do that. He knows.
I forgot I had suppressed ammo.
Derp.
Yep.
Shot out his vocal cords.
Hey, buddy.
We got another question from Embudo.
Okay.
Question is, when is the next prepper video coming out? Really enjoyed the last one, but missed it live.
You know, honestly, I wanted to do a 101 prepper video, but there's a lot of people out there that do prepper videos already, so that's not going to be my mainstay. I know that John from MGTOW's Freedom has the Prepared Mind. There's a lot of prepper information out there. I basically only wanted to do mine because, or this particular one, I should say, because I wanted to make sure that there was a, basically that there were opportunities to introduce people to prepping who hadn't been a part of it before. And also because the guy that I actually had on the show, you know, he's kind of a, he's kind of so far to the right, he actually makes the Tea Party look liberal. So, but I mean, he's very, very knowledgeable. And, you know, he's very knowledgeable about a lot of different things. So just, you know, he's one of those things that I think that having him on was very useful because he takes a slightly different philosophy than a lot of other preppers do because he's been doing it for a long time. But he also tries to do it on a budget as opposed to everybody trying the most high-tech stuff that's out there. And I wanted to have a prepper on that wasn't going to be like, well, go buy all the shit that I'm sponsored by and go from there. So if that helps. All right. We might actually have a political conversation with him at some point, but not right away.
did notice he was felt pretty passionate about political things.
Yeah, oh yeah, I had to rein him in.
Okay, so Plumber asked a question. DDJ, how's your hammer hanging?
Oh, extremely, extremely well. Thank you, Plumber. And for those people who don't know, Plumber is definitely a friend of Miss Andrew today, friend of DDJ. Plumber is fantastic, one of the mods in Twitch, so definitely a good guy.
You have another question from Incapacia?
Sorry, yeah, that's fine. Incapacia.
There you go. I'm sorry. Let's see. What do you think about entering a Mormon community to seek marriage and family? I think going to Pennsylvania, I think is what he meant to say there, and going Mormon might be the best strategy concerning risk.
No, actually, it's not. Strategy? It's not. Mormons they become gynocentric as well, so you need to be aware of that. I mean, that's an issue. That's a serious issue. And, I mean, divorce is a real thing, and there are Mormon people getting divorced as quickly as everybody else is, so don't think that being LDS is going to protect you. It's not.
Okay, we have a question from, I think that says Trill Busan. I can't really read that name.
Yeah, Trill Boson.
Are in real life MRAs still hopeful? Do they get along with each other?
You know, a lot of them do, but I mean, everybody is trying to brand themselves, and there are MRAs out there that are like professional MRAs. So it's, you know, what can you do, right? So. Whoops, I missed that guy.
Oh boy. Gotta relocate.
Not yet.
Oh wait, this is in Wildlands.
Yep.
We've been playing it for so long that
I know.
Get accustomed to it.
Yep. It's about to get real, though.
Oh yeah.
I just pulled out the. I took off the suppressed ammo.
Start picking them off like like that one guy from Saving Private Ryan in the bell tower.
Exactly.
Jesus, that mouse shot.
I know, it's beautiful. Say cheese, motherfucker.
Wait for the flash.
Yep. This is a pretty good gun, too. This is the second gun that you get in the game. I've got the expansions. I got the DLC stuff that's there. And this dude is flipping the fuck out, so.
Oh, he's coming into the line of sight.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for him to come back.
But yeah, the Mosin Nagant is a really good bolt-action rifle.
It really is. So, they have a good Winchester that comes with the DLC pack as well. It's a what do they call it?
Is it a
like
repeater?
It's like the 30-30 where it's like I forget.
Yeah, like a repeater.
Yeah,
it's a lever action.
A lever action. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can tell I know jack shit about like certain types of guns, so I'm not a gun expert. I know about certain types of guns, and then there's guns I don't know jack shit about.
Yeah.
This guy thinks he's badass, so I'm gonna say hi to him.
I'm pretty knowledgeable in them, but your go-to guy would probably be Lone Wolf.
Yeah. That looks like it hurt. Say cheese, motherfucker. Okay. So yeah, this game is actually pretty fun. So, all right. So he's not going to let me do my thing. So I'm going to go down and say hi to everybody now and loot everything.
I think you've got like one hostile. No, make that 3.
Yeah, I see him.
Unless it's just a gun emplacement.
It might be a gun emplacement, depending. Because I'm not playing on the most difficult level. There's like, I've got stuff I can do, so that's cool.
Right. I just love how you can just duck and hide in a bush and they're too stupid to even, like, check it. Like, your uniform doesn't even match the bushes. Ooh, right through the spine.
He didn't like that too much, did he?
Guess I grabbed everything useful.
They didn't like that too much.
No, I think you actually shot a grenade on his belt. Like on a bandolier.
I did, yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, we like the grenades. The grenades go boom.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. By the way, for those people out there that are thinking that maybe, oh, if I go and do marriage from like a different culture or whatever, trust me, it's not going to be, it's not going to go well for you, because if you think that marrying under certain sets of circumstances is going to help, you're probably mistaken. If you look at my video, avoiding marriage is not enough, that's a perfect reason why you should avoid marriage. So,
I got another question from Obi. He says, "Do you think when male contraceptives come out, that they will make life easier or harder for?"
I think that the reason, so they've had some really good male contraceptives that have come out, but the problem is that anytime they come out, feminists lose their fucking shit. So, it ends up being one of those scenarios where if it doesn't have a whole lot of side effects on it, like, they don't want it. So, like Vasogel is I mean, it's been out for a while, but the problem is that they can't get financing because nobody will pay for the financing to get it to market, even though it's already, I mean, it's ready to go. It's FDA approved and everything, and it's a perfect way to go. So that's probably the best contraceptive that's out there, because what it does is it shuts the vas deferens down.
Okay, yeah. And Humanator asked, "What are your thoughts on Man Paradise animation?"
Say that again?
He says, "What are your thoughts on Man Paradise animation?" I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That's my thought. I'm ignorant of that, so I apologize. Yeah, my bad. Next question, if there is one.
Nothing yet. That was the only one.
All right.
We got another question from anonymous white guy. DDJ, the last video you had with Marcus was mirrored. I'm not sure if that's a question or just a statement.
The last video I had with Marcus was mirrored?
That seems to be.
Oh, that is the latest video that Marcus is mirrored. Oh yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the? I haven't seen the latest video from Marcus, so I apologize.
Oh, never mind. It's a statement. My bad. And we have a question from Plumber.
Okay.
It seems to me that when male contraceptives come into play, STD epidemic will spike into even higher levels than it already is.
I would agree with that.
I think that's a statement. But yeah.
That didn't look too pleasant. Little K-bar love. Any other questions so far?
Nothing yet.
Okay. Travis, I haven't played Battlefield in forever. One of the biggest issues that I've had with Battlefield in recent history is that it is... hold on.
Okay, we have two questions.
Okay.
One from Trill Bosson. Why exactly do feminists get upset? Is it more than that they want women to be the enemies? To be the ones in control of the baby making?
Yeah, that's exactly what they want. They want feminists want to control breeding access. Absolutely, they do. Okay. And that's why you see them flipping their shit over sex bots.
Okay, this one is from MGTOW Translation. What do you think is Lily Evans' angle? Why do you think is the real reason she supports you?
I don't know. I thought about it a little bit, but honestly, I kind of don't care because she's not in a position that she can harm me or my channel. So I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, question comes from Plumber. Are you using your keyboard or some type of gaming controller on this stream? I can't get used to the keyboard on Wildlands, so I use an Xbox 360.
Yeah, I use Wasson keys. I'm dog shit with a controller. So, yeah. I guess the thing too is just so you guys know too. I mean, at some point, when it comes to Lily and her thing, I mean, she's gonna end up doing her thing and whatever whatever that looks like. So, I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be. Hold on for a second. I think at the end of the day, it's basically they're gonna have to. I mean, she's gonna figure it out or she won't. So.
Incapacia asked, Lily is fine with being called the Q&A thought. Has she ever mentioned that?
Yeah, that was actually one of the reasons that that I told her that she could be on the stream. I said she could be my Q&A thought, and that's exactly how I would refer to her. And if she had a problem with that, she couldn't be on the stream. So she's like, okay, that's fine. So she's even used, like, on Twitter, she's even used the hashtag Thought Lives Matter when she said stuff. It's been pretty funny.
Yeah, she's been a trooper. We've been abusing the fuck out of her, and, just pulls the punches, or rolls with the punches, I mean.
Yeah.
I'd say we be patient and see where it goes.
Yeah, she's not. Here's the thing: is that she's not thin-skinned. So, you know, that's the thing. Like, I've seen her in chat. I've seen people try to harass her in chat and talk shit, and I've watched her talk shit right back to them. So, you know, obviously if she says something stupid, call her out on it. I mean, that's you know, that she's in a male space, so she needs to expect some of that. But if you're just a cuck and you want to stream with her because, like I did, maybe you should think about, you know, doing something else because, you know, get your attention whore from somebody else. So, too many people have already done that after they found out I was streaming with her. So
OB asked another question.
Go for it.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, you're good.
What are your thoughts on female comedians and women humor? It seems likely they're all a bunch of dykes.
You know, I think South Park does the best job of female humor with their skit about with Cartman and about, you know, women are funny. And he's like, my vagina. Just say my vagina. Everybody will think it's funny. And it is absolutely hilarious. Women are not funny. If you look at all the successful female comedians out there, all the routines revolve around their vagina. So it's a shit show.
All right. And so the hunt continues.
Yep. I got a car siren going by. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Sorry about that if you can.
They're coming after you. They're coming for you, DDJ.
Yeah, the feminists are coming. Now you guys know.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Yep. All right, take care, plumber. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, I'm probably only going to stream for probably about maybe 45 minutes longer. I just kind of want to do this first level and show you guys Sniper Elite 4. The game is an absolute blast, and you can put it on a pretty realistic difficulty level if you wanted to.
Anonymous white guy asks, realistically, what would have to happen to take women's rights away, assuming it can be done?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a collapse before any kind of women's rights get taken. I don't think it's going to be a situation beyond that.
Okay. MGTOW Translation asks, any plans for another Tommy Sotomayor stream in the near future?
Not in the near future, no. I mean, Tommy gets really busy, and so it ends up being really difficult to try to find time to schedule to do stuff with him. The AI, Travis, is pretty good on this. Once it gets in the harder levels. I'm playing on normal level right now, so it's kind of cheesy. So as you can see, I'm not really having much difficulty with anything. But, you know, whatever. I try to play on the harder levels if I can.
Okay, and Budo asks, have you tried out the Steam controller?
No, I'm a WASD key guy. The only time that I'm ever going to use a controller is if I use my flight stick, if I'm flying something.
There you go. Octus Steve asks, do you guys prefer pistols or revolvers in real life?
I prefer revolvers myself, but that's just me. I know a lot of guys like pistols and or like semi-autos, and there's a lot of really good semi-autos on the market that I have shot, but I'm a big fan of the 357 Smith & Wesson.
As am I. Though I occasionally do like a good Smith & Wesson M&P 40.
Right. I don't know about Taurus, man. Taurus used to be dog shit.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I really like those kill shots.
Oh, yeah. It's like so clean.
Yeah, I had to do 2 shots on that guy, though.
I find it funny that he just pushed off those rounds. Like, really? How?
Yeah. It's not like you just got hit with a fucking high-powered sniper rifle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a fly. You just zap it off you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can't find anything else.
Incapacity asked another question. 17 people died today in a Florida school shooting. How do you feel about these acts of violence that we endure every few months in America?
You know, the biggest issue that I have is that almost every mass school shooter has been raised by a single mom or has been in a household, like a broken home. So it fucking pisses me off because it's like they should know better. So, you know, I mean, they know one of the main reasons that kids become mass shooters is because of whether or not they're going to be is basically whether or not they are give me a second here. Whether or not they were raised in a broken home. I go into this in my book as well. In chapter 3 of my book, I talk about the outcomes of children raised in a broken home as opposed to outcomes of children raised by 2 parents. So it's a huge issue. All right, next question.
No questions yet.
All right. Right in the throat. Damn.
That's a 7.62 throat punch right there.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. All bad.
Oh, man.
An armed society is a polite society, and any society that is not armed is not polite. And you can see this in Europe. I mean, Europe was going through all kinds of revolutions left and right for a long time, so... Yeah, single moms are cancer.
Feminism is cancer, too.
It really is.
Okay, question from Embudo.
Okay.
You or TFM, the top ranter?
Oh, TFM, definitely. Yeah, TFM. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Bukkake choke slams and see if we have questions there while I'm hiding in this bush. So there you go. We only have 2 questions here. First question, looks like they're both from Joe Amp. They were asked a few days ago. Looks like I missed them on the other show. DDJ, would you recommend starting your own business instead of working with my brother? Any suggestions as to which state to start a business would be appreciated. Any state that doesn't have a lot of taxes. California is a shitty place to start a business. They've got 3 tax agencies at the state level alone. So you want to try to avoid locations to start a business that you're going to get hammered on taxes. And the next question from Joe Amp is, would you recommend going into business with a blue-pilled brother? No, I wouldn't recommend going into business with blue-pilled anybody. Because what happens is the problem with the blue pill is that they're easily cowed and they're easily intimidated. And when that shit happens, you end up having more problems than solutions, and it ends up being a shit show. So.
Nemo's saying there's no BCS on the stream. BCS button. The Bukaki Chokeslam button?
Yeah, for some reason they may have pulled it off. I mean, I know there were some problems with it, so if you can't ask questions using the Bukaki Chokeslam button, which appears if you hover over with your mouse, it should pop up. I'm going to check it right now.
Yeah,
you are correct. It's not working. All right, so I apologize. So I guess you save your Bukaki Chokeslams, and then we'll just go from there for now. Sorry about that. That must be a Twitch thing. Yay, they updated again. So, by the way, Twitch has changed its terms of service, and they're starting to discipline people for conduct that happens off of the Twitch stream. So you guys need to be careful about that as well with the kind of content that you're going to be doing if you're a content creator. Just kind of an FYI. Yeah, Trill. It was the... So the question Trill Boson asked, can you remember the worst family court proceeding you sat in on? Yeah, it was the proceeding in which they took custody of my kids from me and put them in the home of their rapist. They had... It was rough. I mean, they basically said that because I took my kids to the hospital to have them examined to collect evidence, that was somehow abusive. And because it was abusive, it was a problem. I mean, it was absolutely insane. It was the complete opposite of protecting kids.
Was that a left eye shot or a right eye shot? Nope, it was a jaw shot. My bad. The way his body ragdolled.
So you see how it's yellow? You can't shoot him, or you'll miss. It's got to be a red line there, or else, because I've done that before, so for whatever reason they can't see it. And by the way, for those people that are interested in red pilling their blue pilled people in their life, look at Avoiding Marriage is Not Enough as a video for that. Also, I did another video called Don't Trust What Can't Be Verified. That's a pretty good video. And Avoiding Narcissistic Women. A lot of my videos, if you guys notice, they're not necessarily MGTOW exclusive content. And the reason that I do that specifically is because I want to help red pill people and to let people understand exactly what the hell's going on. If that makes sense.
You fucked his day up.
Yeah, he didn't like that too much, did he?
Hell, he wasn't expecting it.
That was the goal. Shit. Those two guys heard the shot, and they're going to find the body. Now they're going to hunt me.
Question from the real Donald 45. What is the best way to identify a cluster B type of person, not just a woman?
In general, they all have the same behavioral traits. I mean, if you look at the type of cluster B, sometimes they look like they're extremely charismatic. They're like the life of the party. You'll notice that they have a lot of people they're friendly with, but they don't necessarily have a lot of friends, that kind of thing. Cluster B females are actually harder to spot than cluster B males because of their collectivist attitudes.
Okay. Question from anonymous white guy. Have you considered putting together a list of all the laws that rape women unconditionally? Rape men unconditionally.
Yeah, any DV laws. Any laws regarding civil domestic violence restraining orders. That's the big one.
Okay, question from Vorhut. I'm a 22-year-old virgin. I was raised traditional, so dated 5 different women, but never had sex. I honestly don't have bitterness or regret about it, but... Okay, I don't think that's a question. This is just a statement, I guess.
Guess I grabbed everything useful. That's all.
So what do you guys think of the game? Oh yeah, absolutely super aggressive. Sometimes that happens there. You've got to just do that. You just got to roll in there and just wreck everybody.
I believe you can use a machine gun you're referring to assault rifle.
Yeah, I can swap out for machine guns if I want to. So... That looked like it hurt.
Yeah, fucking ouch.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Why don't you peek your head out a little?
Ooh, ragdoll.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Brutal. Oh, right to the ear, too. Shit.
Yeah. No shit.
Question from Hanif Hunter Talamancer.
Okay.
Can you modify a mannequin into a sex doll?
You can, but I wouldn't do it. That's just, you know, I think that's probably a waste of time. But I mean, I suppose you could. I've heard of people doing it. So, and by the way, too, like if you're not a patron and you're interested in being a patron, at the $10 level, I do a monthly stream. I just switched up my patron rewards. So at the $10 level, a hashtag show alert, I do a monthly patron hangout where I hang out with any of the $10 or $20 patrons for, you know, about an hour or two in either Discord or probably Skype is probably what I'm going to continue using. That's what I've used so far. And then at the $20 level, you have access to the Discord chat, and after every Sunday stream, I get together in the Discord chat with the people and kind of hang out with them and do like a post-game sort of thing like TFM does in his Discord after his live shows as well. So just kind of an FYI for people. So like if you have a question or you want to talk to me directly, those are your opportunities to do it. Because I end up getting really busy and I get a lot of emails from people, and unfortunately I can't respond to all of them. And so it's not that I'm trying to be a dick or I think I'm elitist. It's just there's only so many hours in the day, and this isn't everything that I do. Like I help take care of my grandkids, and I still have a son at home. So just FYI.
Okay, question from Trill again. Congrats on the 10K subs. Was it the Sandman bump? Did you see Miggy commented on that video and didn't mention you at all?
You know, Sandman may have. I know that after he did his videos, I did get a few more subs, but I actually didn't get very many subs from that. I was at like, just a few days ago, I was at probably 9,800 or 9,900 before, or no, I was at 9,800 before Sandman did the video. But the Sandman bump definitely helped. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I heard he said nice things about me, so that's good. So yeah, I mean, Miggy's going to do what Miggy's going to do. You know, he's a PUA, so hopefully he'll go back to making PUA stuff. I saw he's gone back to shilling his free ebook, so, you know, good for him. You know, because that's a whole lot easier than trying to shill false allegations against people.
Okay, question from Obi. What are your thoughts on how Muslim men control their doesn't seem like a paradise in Muslim countries despite their control over women.
Well, you know, it's a guardianship system. I know a little bit about Sharia law, and obviously one of their big arguments is, well, you're not a Muslim scholar, so you can't really talk about this or whatever. That's just a form of censorship. There is a guardianship system, and it is a balance, and so you know, Muslim women are supposed to do certain things, and Muslim men are supposed to do certain things, and if the men don't do certain things, they get held accountable just like the women do. So, you know, you have to be real careful about how you phrase that. But I mean, it has its pros and cons. I think that when it comes from a feminist perspective, Muslims pimp hand are stronger than any group out there, including the white nationalists. In fact, the white nationalists are probably twice as cucked as the Muslim men are, because I mean, their birth rate's continuing to drop.
Okay, from the real Donald 45, what are the common signs of males who exhibited cluster B behavior? What about your brother who... I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, the thing with cluster B is that the signs and symptoms are pretty much the same, just as an FYI.
Okay.
But anyway,
what about a brother who has an addiction problem and uses your sympathy for him to get money out of you? If
that's what's referred. That's referred to as enabling. I'm sorry. Finish the question. I apologize.
It's okay. No, you're good. If you refuse to pay, he will shame you in front of family and people you actually give a shit about.
Oh, let him shame you. Just be like, well, you know, I'm sorry. I don't pay money for drugs. My bad. You know, that's the best you can do. You know,
okay,
tell him to fuck him. So the problem is they have this thing in the 80s. They call it tough love. So it was one of those things that. Yeah, basically, it was one of those things where you basically had to drop the fucking hammer on like idiots that were taking money from you, and you had to deal with them that way.
Okay, this question I'm actually generally interested in. Mentally Ill Gamers asks, do you have any mentors?
Yeah, I mean, I've had martial arts instructors who are my mentors. I also try to speak to people who were older than me. As far as mentorship is concerned, I can say that when it comes to like my MGTOW philosophy, TFM has definitely mentored me in a lot of that. And while we've had disagreements in the beginning, most of that ended up being as a direct result of my lack of comprehension as opposed to a legitimate disagreement.
Mustn't keep the star of the show waiting.
Nice. Question from Tyler Durden. For DDJ, as you said you worked for Google once. My question is, how did you get in? And did you go to college and get a degree in computer science, go down the boot camp route, or did it the self-made route through acquiring certifications? Can you
I actually can't really discuss that, because if I do, I would dox myself.
Yeah, I figured that was a question.
And I apologize. So,
good question, though.
Yeah.
Incapacia asked, which nation do you think might collapse first? Sweden, Germany, Canada?
Oh, well, first and foremost, it's going to be Venezuela. So... Ooh, I went down. I didn't even see that guy as I was leaving.
Shit.
That's okay. I can restart the checkpoint. It's fine.
Still, though, the hand-to-hand. That's some good fucking hand-to-hand combat.
It really is.
Put some shrapnel on his corpse while you're at it, right?
Pretty much. They didn't like that too much.
Okay, Vorthut asked a question, but it kind of seems like a...
That's fine. Go ahead and you can field it.
Okay. Did you work at Google in a legal or technical engineering?
Yes. Next question.
None yet.
Talks about someone called Kessler. Name sounds familiar.
Where am I getting shot from? Oh, right there. It's like, what the fuck?
Front and rear.
Yeah. Front and rear. I got DP'd. Awesome. We're here. Let's do this again.
Yeah. Yeah, troops are moving in.
Yep. I see him.
Yeah, I'd say flank to the back of the building.
Yeah, I'm
and then
going
work
to.
your way.
Yeah, I see that guy right there. He's like, I'm sneaky.
And Budo asks, I thought those countries already collapsed. Also,
No,
thoughts on Ukraine?
Ukraine's fucked. I mean, Ukraine's got a bunch of neo-Nazis, but they're like super cucked. So,
Question from Obi-Wan, or Obi. Do you still bed thoughts and raw dog occasionally, or have you completely sworn off women altogether?
I have slipped on a banana peel. I don't raw dog. But I don't do it often. I avoid it mostly. Like I was monk for, I don't know, almost a year. So it's, I mean, frankly, if you're trying to go out and do your thing, you need to be real careful about it. So.
I assume that spinning triangle on the map location.
That's where, yeah, that's where they think I'm at.
Gotcha.
Fucked his day up. What?
Whew. Good fucking kill. Right to the back of the head.
Gotta love the dome.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Peek this game is,
yeah, this game is so much fun.
Oh man, it like bounced off his shoulder.
Yeah, the cinematic is fucking fantastic.
That is awesome.
Actually, I'm gonna wait for my breath to go back. That should be good enough.
Bye, Obi. Have a good one.
Yeah, take care, Obi.
Oh, right through the lung.
Yep.
Okay, the real Donald 45 asked another question. What do you think about the prison system? What is worse, state or?
Say that again.
What do you think about the prison system in the United States? What is worse, state or federal prison?
I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty shitty. So, it just depends on where you go. I mean, you know, white-collar prison's a whole lot different than blue-collar prison, you know, whereas LA County Jail is worse than many of the prisons that are out there. So, I think it's all bad. So, avoid it. All right. Do we have any other questions?
Nope.
All right. So, guys, I think with that, I will go ahead and get ready to shut down the stream. Again, thank you to my patrons. I appreciate your support. Also, if you have purchased my book, The Feminist Lie, It Was Never About Equality, I really appreciate your support there as well. Again, this is my celebration stream for 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Also, if YouTube ever targets me, all my content is backed up on bitchute.com, and it is independently backed up at MGTOW.com as well. Feel free to check out any of my social media on gab.ai, minds.com. Also, I created a MGTOW group on Minds, so if you're a content creator or if you're somebody who wants to have some interaction, but maybe you're concerned about Facebook censorship, Minds might be a good alternative for you, and go from there. Eventually, my Twitter will be back, so that's an option as well. If you do need to reach out to me, my email is actually on my YouTube channel in the About section. It is misandry.happens@gmail.com. And I'll be having a website activated soon. I already have a blog at misandry-today.com. I hardly use it right now because I've been so busy, but I'm going to have a landing page as well. It's going to be misandry.com, and it should be active within the next 24 to 48 hours or so. And it's basically going to be a landing page so that you can find my videos, you can find a link to my book, social media, that kind of thing. It's not going to be much beyond all of that. So like if for some reason you can't find me on Twitter, let's just say they ban my account, or if they take me off of YouTube, you'll still be able to find me on that website, and all my video links will be there as well so that you can watch those videos, because I'm trying to take steps to deal with that. And of course, thank you Dollhouse, I should say, for your sponsorship. And in the link to this video, when it gets uploaded to YouTube, you can check out their website at the Dollhouse is what it's like the dollhouse.com, but it's got dashes in between the words. So check that out. They offer a wide selection of dolls. Now I do know, I have spoken with Phil. Some of the websites for his competitors have options on their websites that you can set up in that he doesn't have, but he can actually get any kind of doll that's on the market. So if you have or want something from a doll that maybe his website's doll builder doesn't have, reach out to him directly and he'll take care of you. And the official website, I'm going to definitely have a DDJ official website. And yes, and check out Bazanji. He's allowing me to use his rap music. So if you guys watch the beginning of the stream, that music is showcased there. When I upload this to YouTube, I'm probably not going to upload the music as well, just because even if you get permission, YouTube will automatically copyright claim it on their bot. So I don't want to get screwed out of the 40 cents or whatever I'm going to make on this video on YouTube. So with that in mind, I do appreciate everyone's support. Thank you again for everybody who is in the live stream and everybody who supports this channel and supports my book. I really appreciate it, and I hope everybody has a great evening.
Have a good one, guys.